What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I was selected to do the 3R challenge by the Blue Bike Doyle. Now, if you don't know what the 3R challenge is, it is 3R, which means 3 reasons why you ride the bike you do. So in my case, I ride a 2018 Harley-Davidson Sport Glide. I've owned this bike since August. It's now April, so what? A little over half a year or so. Haven't gotten to ride it too much the last 4 or 5 months because of winter, but I am glad to be back on it because I love this bike. Now, to get on to the 3 reasons, I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. Number 1, I would just say how comfortable it is. Now, I previously owned an Iron 883, was my first bike I bought a couple years ago, and I actually traded it in for this one. This bike is head and shoulders way more comfortable than what I owned before. The suspension's better, the handling's better, it's more nimble. I got the rider triangle going on here, and plus the seat is way more comfortable than the stock seat I had on my Iron 883. That Iron 883 seat was like sitting on a rock. There's no way I could be on it for more than an hour, but comfortability, huge factor for this bike, one of the reasons I bought it. Number 2 on the list, I'm going to say convenience. I'm going to refer to this more to a stock bike scenario. Like, this bike came with saddlebags, and it came with a fairing, which this is an aftermarket fairing from Memphis Shades. The bags and the fairing came off quick clip easily. I mean, I could have both bags, of course, the fairing too, off in less than a minute. I mean, it was so convenient, and it makes the bike look like a 2-in-1. Like, it looked like a lowrider without all that stuff on it, so it's almost like you get 2 bikes in one, but, you know, of course, not really. The convenience of the passenger pegs being on it and the passenger seat, you know, big thumbs up for me, and one of the reasons why I didn't buy any other of the Softails I was looking at. So pretty much in a nutshell, that was number 2. I'm also going to throw in there with number 2 that cruise control is a big factor too. That's another 2A, I'm going to say, because it's so freaking handy when you're on the highways or the interstates. I love it. Alright, so number 3, and I know a lot of you might shake your head that don't like Harley-Davidsons, but I'm going to say because it's a Harley. And now there's many sub-reasons for this. It's not just because I'm a brand snob and this is the only type of bike I like. That's not the case. Especially where we live, dealer support is way better if you own a bike like this than if you do a sport bike. I mean, honestly. I mean, I like all bike brands, but I mean, there was a time when I wanted to get a Vulcan, there was a time when I wanted to get Indian Scout, but the nearest Indian dealership is like an hour and a half that way. So it didn't really seem, it seemed more convenient and better for me to have dealerships close by that would be able to take care of me if I had either any issues or I wanted parts or something for my bike. Out here in the Midwest, I'm going to say, and Roger will probably agree with me, that Harley-Davidsons probably take up a big part of the biking community. Say thumbs up. Now, I mean, of course, me and him, we'll ride with anybody, but you do feel like you're part of a community, I would say. Some people don't say that, they just say, oh, it's just the bike I want and that's what I ride because that's just the bike I like. I mean, I could say that too, but having that community is good. Also, like I said, the dealer support. And also with that is the aftermarket support. Customizing a Harley-Davidson seems to be a much better platform to customize your bike. I mean, they make parts for Sportsters that are countless. They're infinite. I mean, I know for my bike, all the aftermarket support isn't there yet, but I mean, it's growing. But you can make a Harley-Davidson yours. I mean, it'll cost you probably a pretty penny to do what you want. That kid had, did you see that bike? He had ape hangers. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. That's my 3R challenge. Those are the reasons why I bought the Harley-Davidson Sport Glide. It's a great bike. I love it. I've had no problems with it. I mean, I know I've only got a couple thousand miles on it. Time will tell. But, I mean, from what I hear, the M8s are pretty solid. Alright, so with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and extend the challenge on to ZackFirstPerson and Great Egret, as well as Tony Cox. You 3 guys, the ball's in your court. All of you, thank you very much for joining today's video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that bell icon when you subscribe. That way you know I got videos that go out like this one. Please hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the Harley-Davidson Sport Glide and maybe the 3 reasons why you ride the bike you do. This is D-Cycles signing out with Roger and Linda saying take it sleazy. We'll see you in the next video.